What's going on, guys? Nick here, back with it in another video. And Elgato has released their new Facecam, which is a webcam as well. So here I have the Elgato Facecam. They sent this out to me, and we're gonna take a look at this, take a look at the software, how well it performs in low light and how well it performs in light as well. So without further ado, let's jump on into this video. But before we get into this video, I just want to talk about the specs before, things I like and don't like about this camera. And here I'm using it right now. I'm using it on my monitor light bar, and the specs of this, it have all glass with the f.24 aperture and a focal length of 24mm, which is nice. But the thing about this camera, it's actually a fixed lens, so that means you won't get any background blur or any autofocus mode or anything like that. It's just everything you will see in the shot. So if you have things behind you, or if you try to like put a certain object close to the camera, it won't pick up that object. It will just like ignore it, like ignore that you're actually putting something in front of it, and just keep everything in focus, you and whatever behind you. So that's something to note. And with this camera also, it's a full HD 1080p 60 frames per second. That's what it's shooting, and it has low latency, uncompressed video, Elgato prime lens. So with the prime lens, as I said before, it's a fixed lens. It can't get any autofocus or background blur or anything like that, so you just have to work with it. As how it is. And I just want to talk about some things I like about the camera and don't like, so I'll just talk about the things I like. And the first thing I like about this camera is actually the weight. It's a very huge webcam, and to be honest, it's very light, and that I wasn't expecting, but hey, it's a thing. I really like that, and I really like the fact that you can use maybe Elgato multi-mount to like place this on your desk or anything like that. So all you have to do, if you want to use this like on your desk, or you don't want to use it like on my monitor bar here, like how I have it here, you can use this on a tripod or the multi-mount that Elgato makes. You can actually use that as well. So all you have to do is just screw off this base here, and then you can use anything of your choice. So that's really a good thing to note as well. And it's really a nice camera overall, I can definitely say that. But before we go into the software and all of that stuff, I'm just going to talk about some few things I don't like as well. And the first thing I don't like about this camera is actually it kind of swivel like left or right. It only can go up and down, which kind of sucks. But if you're sitting like at a 45-degree angle, you can't really turn this to suit your style like at a 30 degrees angle or 45 degrees angle. So that's kind of sucks. I wish it had that bar that you can just swivel around like in any motion you want, such as like on the key light. That's super awesome. I wish the Facecam could do that, but it can't do that. And next thing I don't like the fact it doesn't have a autofocus option, and I think this may be integrated in Elgato camera hub software soon, or maybe in the future. I hope they add that option to add autofocus or background blur. That would be super awesome, but for now it doesn't have that feature. So that's the thing I don't like about this. It has its pros and cons and all those stuff. For a webcam for $200, this does seem like a good price for such quality you're getting. And this does come with a Sony lens inside as well. So yeah, it's kind of beefy inside. But otherwise, from the fixed lens and all that thing, can't get any autofocus on that thing. It's super awesome. So with all my rambling and stuff, let's jump into the camera hub software to show you how this thing looks, how you can set up this thing, and how it works. So let's jump onto my computer. Alright guys, so here you can see I'm in the camera hub app, and these are the options you get. Let me just turn on my key light here. Alright, so yeah, so these are the options you get in your video inputs. So you have the Elgato Facecam, which we're using right now, and you have your zoom here. So this is how much you want to zoom in on yourself and thing. So let me just adjust the brightness. So this is my key light at max brightness, guys. So I'm just gonna zoom in at like a little bit out about there. And for your picture profile, you can set your contrast like how you like your contrast to be. So mine is at 50 right now, so you can see how that looks. you can set your saturation and stuff, and you don't really want to like go crazy with these. You just want to make sure it look normal. So yeah, you can set your sharpness as well. So if you go all the way down, it's gonna look like blurry, so I'll just bring that back there. So that's for picture exposure. I leave this automatic because if I turn this off, you'll see how this look. And you can control the shutter speed here, and so you have your ISO here, so you can kind of dial in this for a more natural look. So ISO 200, that's look good, that's looking good. And but I always keep it like automatic center weighted. But if you don't want to keep it on an automatic, you can just turn it off and dial in your settings, control your shutter speed and stuff, which is kind of controllable. So you can control how many light you want to let in, and this kind of look good. So you know what, I'm gonna just keep that off. And then my white balance, I kind of like to keep that off as well, and just use like a temperature wheel here. So I think I found the sweet spot like in the 4500 Kelvin. That looked more natural to me, and yeah, I just like using that way. So you have your processing here as well, so you can see your noise reduction. So if I turn that, toggle that on, you're gonna see my skin kind of look a little smoothish like, but I don't know why it's not actually staying on right now. That's weird. And you know, your anti-flicker, you want to use 60 hertz. So that's basically all that's in the Elgato software, guys, for this camera app. I don't know why it's moving like this. I think Elgato will have like some more features in the near future. I really hope they had some more features in the near future, like blurring the background and stuff. I think you can get the background blurred, but you'll have to use like a different software for that. But that's for like another video, guys. I'm gonna do like another video on that thing, but for now, yeah, that's basically it, as you can see. So this is the Facecam here, as you can see here, and everything behind me is actually in frame as well, in focus, because it's a fixed lens. So you will see everything behind me because it's not a lens like I would say like if I put my MX mouse up here, it won't try to like focus on the mouse. It will actually keep focus on everything around me as well, because it's a fixed lens, which, yeah, just gotta work with it. But the quality from this is super awesome. It's super awesome. And I have my Elgato key light at 100%, so that's all the light on my face and stuff. But as you can see, you can control your contrast, how many contrasts you want to add in your shot. I think 50 is good enough. Your saturations and stuff, I think I don't really want to overdo that as well, but you get the drift. Control your zoom. This is how much. If you zoom all the way in, you will definitely see you start to lose like quality, because it's a fixed lens. So the more you zoom in, the more you lose quality of your picture. So that's how it goes. So yeah, so that's basically all the software features in the Elgato Camera Hub. And the best feature about this part is you can save all your changes, so you don't have to be coming in here every minute fixing your camera if you want to go live or live stream on OBS or something like that. You just save your changes here, and it will automatically remember all of your changes. And yeah, so once you finish, you can just save all your changes. Camera Hub will remember all your changes and stuff, and then it will just sync it across the devices. So you don't have to be coming in here every minute changing anything. If you want to go live streaming or something, you can just easily do it here. And I don't really use noise reduction because, and if you want to like start over or something like that, you can just simply press these here. So I'm gonna see how this doing low lights. I'm gonna turn off my key light here and see how well that doing low light. So as you can see, I have like 0 lights on in my room now, and this is doing good. This is doing good. This only thing is actually shining on me right now is my monitor light, and I can definitely see some noise in the background and stuff, but it's manageable. And to be honest, it's looking good. It's looking good. So these are all the settings: your zoom, picture, your contrast, saturation, sharpness, your exposure. You have, if you don't want to use automatic, you can just turn that off. And if you want to use it, you can use center weighted or average. I like to use center weighted because I think it let in more light and stuff, so you get a brighter image. And compensation is like de-aging, so it's like adding like darkness to your image or something like that, but I just like keep it there. I don't really mess with that much. But as you can see, this is the low light scenario of the Elgato Facecam. It's doing pretty good, so I gotta say this is nice. And I kind of find my white balance in the 4500 Kelvin, the perfect spot, so I just keep that there. And I always just like maybe keep automatic off, so that's it. And I don't really use noise reduction. And anti-flicker, you want to keep it at 60 Hz because hey, smooth. You don't want anything below that. So that's basically it. You can zoom in, zoom out, whatever you want. And that's basically it for this. You can see this is a low light, so I'm going to turn on my key light now. Yeah, as you can see it there. So yeah, so basically this is the Elgato software, guys, and you can save your changes. I think my settings went wrong somewhere here, but you get the drift. That's basically the Elgato camera hub. There's a lot of things you can play here, but not many options. But you can just tweak your picture or your video to your preferred settings, and a lot of webcam doesn't have these kind of settings you can play around with. But it's so nice to know Elgato did this, and I hope they had some more features in their software. It's in its early stages, so let's see what they cook up in their software maybe in the future, and see what can happen. But for now, this is actually camera hub, guys. So alright guys, so as you can see, the Elgato Facecam, I think it's worth it because a lot of things you can get done with this, and the software is so easy to use, so flexible, although it doesn't have a lot of things you can customize and stuff, but there's a lot you can work with for now. And I think Elgato may add some features to this in the near future. I hope they really do. And yeah, that's basically it. I really recommend this because this is a superb product, to be honest. And I think it definitely worth the $200. So if you're out in the market for a webcam, you can definitely try the Elgato Facecam. It's super nice. I will definitely be using this, creating content, streaming, and all those stuff. So that's basically it for today's video, guys. Hope you have enjoyed this one, and if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead by subscribing down below, and also ringing that notification bell so you always get notified whenever I upload a new video. And I will definitely catch you guys in my next video. Peace.